Hey guys, welcome back to Our Vision Farm. Today is the day that we are getting our screened-in patio room completely ready for inspection. I turned in my application for our limited egg and poultry license here in Florida, and they say that they will contact us back, I think, in 3 to 5 days to set up an appointment for our inspection. You have to apply for that 15 days before you're ready to open your business. So that is about where we're at right now. And today's task is really to get this room cleared out, completely cleaned, and we got our 3-compartment sink in the mail a couple of days ago, so we're going to assemble that today and put it in the location where we're gonna have it permanently, set up our sanitation equipment. We did get our chicken plucker machine, but unfortunately a piece broke while we were trying to assemble that, so now we have to wait until that comes in the mail, which shouldn't be too long. So we should have it ready by the time it's time to butcher our chickens. We just won't have it ready right now to show you in this video. But once we're completely done with this room and the setup, we're going to show you an after little shot of everything. So this is the before, how it's looking. And we're just cleaning, dusting. We're going to get these floors really cleaned up, assemble our sink, and get any of our other equipment that we'll need. I'm going to try to empty out this freezer a bit and clean it out. And we bought a thermometer to put in there because that is one of the requirements. They have to see that the refrigerator or freezer is holding temperature at a correct, like for example, we're freezing our chicken, so it has to hold it at a freezing temperature. If we were refrigerating chicken or eggs, it would have to be a refrigerator that's holding the temperature at 41 or less, I believe. But this permit requires that you apply 15 days before you're ready to open. So that's wanted to have this pretty much already done, so that if they do pop up for an inspection one of these days, we're already ready for them and we don't have to do any last minute cleaning. And we kind of emptied this out before, but as you can see, the clutter is coming back and we got to get it cleaned up again. We got to get these animals out of here for sure. We're going to move the chicks and these quails outdoors today. And then the birds are probably going to have to be moved inside to keep this area specifically just for our chicken processing. I'm going to print out some little sample labels. We already got our packaging equipment for the chicken. So I got to print out some sample labels to show them how it's going to look once we actually butcher our chickens and ready to sell it. So I'm going to do all that today so we can be 100% ready for inspection. Alright, we are back. It is 2 days later since I recorded that first part when I was starting to get the processing room ready for inspection. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the chickens themselves. As you can see, they are almost ready for butchering day. Some of them are bigger than others. Usually the males get a little bit bigger. But the system has been working out really well for moving them around and keeping them on fresh pasture every single day. As you can see here, these are the spots that we've been moving them. They've been all the way up our yard over there, and now we're bringing them back closer to our house over here. Following the same system, just moving them every day to a new spot of grass and plugging in the electric net, especially for the nighttime, not so much the daytime. I do leave it plugged in just because we have our cow up here and he will mess with the net and chew on it if I don't have it on. But we don't have too many issues with predators in the daytime. It's mostly as an extra safety precaution for nighttime, because those hoop houses don't really keep any type of predators out. But now that our room is pretty much, it's about 98% finished, I would say. So I want to show you guys how it looks and everything that we put in there so far. We're waiting for a couple more things to come in the mail, so I'll explain all that to you guys. But let's go see how the room looks for now. Alright, walking into our processing room. The floor is still a little bit wet. I just finished mopping it out again. But here on the left side, we have our 3-compartment sink. And what we're going to do with the sink, since we don't really have plumbing to plug into the sink or anything like this, I did email the county and they said this would be okay. So we bought a small garden hose. And what we're going to do to get hot water to the sink is connect it to our kitchen sink, which is right through that window. So we'll probably crack the window a little bit open and we bought an adapter piece they sell at Lowe's that you attach to the faucet, and it makes it so that this hose will connect to that. So we can get hot water in our sink just through this little, I think it's like a 10-foot hose or something like that. And then we have our sink procedures. The license that we're getting is called a limited egg and poultry permit, but we are not going to be selling eggs. So we just printed out the procedure for washing the dishes and all of the equipment that we would use on processing day. So as you can see here, they want us to wash with hot water. So we'll be able to put hot water in there through our kitchen sink. And then you rinse off, and then you sanitize. We just have standard Dawn dish soap for the washing portion. And then we bought this on Amazon. These are sanitation tablets. I'm pretty sure that this will work because it says it's for kitchen or for like commercial kitchens. So hopefully that works. If not, they'll probably give us a list of approved sanitation solutions and we'll be able to purchase that. But these are just little tablets, and it's 1 tablet per gallon of water. And I have this pitcher, which is exactly a gallon. So what I would do is fill right here with, it could be cold water since it's sanitation. Just fill it with water, measure out how many of these pitchers I use, and that's how I'll calculate how many tablets to put in there. And I also bought the little sanitation strips. That way I can test it, or the inspector can test it to make sure that it's the correct acidity level. And then our sink, as you can see here, you're supposed to have like a drain board or an equivalent shelf. So what I did was ordered this shelf on Amazon as well, and I'm going to leave a link to everything that I'm showing you guys. Most of it is from Amazon, so I'm going to give you guys a link in my description to all the things that I did purchase, just in case you guys are interested in sourcing those items, and you'll be able to see how much we paid for them and everything. But we bought this little simple shelf that we got built. I think it was about a little under $30. That will be our drying shelf, so that they'll see that we're air drying everything, because you're not supposed to wipe anything down with towels or paper towels after you have sanitized them. So that is our little drying shelf. I just put the hose here for now, but probably when they come for inspection I'll connect it so I can prove to them that I can get hot water into my sinks. Then we bought these buckets just to catch the drainage, because again we don't have any plumbing set up, so I don't really want all the like chicken bits and pieces when we're washing all the equipment and dishes to fall into our floor and get under our house. So we bought the 5-gallon buckets just to catch all of that. The sanitizer water is fine if it drains onto the floor, so I didn't worry too much about that. But mostly for the rinsing and the washing, I wanted to catch all of that, the gray water and the dirty water. What else? Over here, I printed out a sample of our packaging. So these are the bags, also bought on Amazon. These you dip into hot water once the chicken is in there, and it shrinks. And then it comes with these labels. I printed these for our farm. And it comes with the little zip ties and everything you need all in one nice little package. So we got those, and that's just for me to show the inspector how our final packaging is going to look. Again, we're still waiting for the piece that broke when we were trying to build our chicken plucker, but I wanted to show you guys the chicken plucker that we did get, and I'll leave a link to this as well. But I'm not going to be able to show you that built already because we're waiting for another piece. I just got some gloves, some little scrubbies. I already told you about the soap. We're waiting still for our hair nets. I just ordered hair nets just to be safe. I don't know if it's a requirement, but either way, since we are processing chicken for customers, I want to make sure everybody wears hair nets and gloves when we're working with the food. So I'm also waiting for knives that I ordered on Amazon, just some little fillet knives that are, I think, NSF approved, which just means that it's kitchen safe, and they're easy to clean and sanitize after use. So we're just waiting for knives and hair nets, I believe. I can't remember if we're waiting for anything else specific besides the chicken plucker. Yeah, I think that was it. This is a kill cone. So I think what we're gonna try to do is strap that to an extra metal T-post or two. Somehow figure out a way to strap it so that it's standing in the middle of the air when we're processing. We'll probably be doing this outside so all the blood could drain into the ground. But that is our kill cone, also nice and easily washable, and we can fit it right into the sanitizing. And then once we get our knives and everything, that is where we will leave everything to dry, and anything else like the pot that we're going to use for scalding, we'll just hang it there to dry. So over here you've already seen our deep freezer. It's nice and clean. These coolers are just for processing day. We will just fill them with ice or ice mixed with water, and as we're processing we will put them in there to rest in the ice water until we're ready to actually package them. This is what we bought. It's actually a turkey fryer or like a seafood boil thing, but you connect it to a propane tank. And that's what we're going to use for our scalding water. Before you pluck the chicken, you're supposed to dip it in hot water. That's what we're going to use to heat up the water. And then after we're done processing all the birds, before we package in our little shrink wrap plastic things that we bought, we will clean this out, put fresh water in it, and then that's what we will use to dip the chicken that's already in the bag so that it shrink wraps it and it's sealed. So that's kind of a dual purpose thing. And then if we're ever not using it for the chickens, we can also try our hand at frying a turkey one year. But these are all the coolers we plan on using. This is going to be our processing table. Underneath there is just our mealworms. I'm not sure if they're gonna care that we have mealworms in here, but we did remove all the rest of the animals and the pets that were in here because it's a designated chicken processing area and we can't keep any animals or have any risk of like rodents coming in here. But for now I just have the mealworms under there. But this is just a regular folding table. I am not sure if they're going to require an area for hand washing, so I kind of found this idea on Google. It's a cooler that has a spout, and supposedly you can just fill it with really hot water and have your not dishwashing soap, the antibacterial soap right here, just hand washing soap. Hopefully that will be enough. But what I plan on doing on butchering day is filling this with hot water, having the soap right next to it. That way we can have it for hand washing. All we have to do is push the little spout and wash our hands. And we're also going to be wearing gloves, so I really wasn't sure. This is just in case they ask how we're going to wash our hands. But it will be useful because you do get dirty when you're processing, and instead of grabbing the hose to wash your hands and getting the handle of the hose all dirty, we can just use that and have nice hot water and soap. So that is our table. That's pretty much it. We're going to be doing the actual like killing the animal outside, so most of the mess will be out there, and we'll have the plucker machines probably set up outside too. And then we'll be bringing the birds in here for processing and packaging most likely, and then straight from out of the coolers into the little packaging bags. After they're all sealed up, we'll sit them out to rest a little bit, dry the packages off, and they'll go straight into our freezer. I also got a thermometer for our freezer. I still have to set that up, so that's the only thing that's missing here. And like I said, all we're waiting in the mail is for our knives. I wanted to have designated knives for processing day, and just our hair nets just in case. We probably don't even have to wear hair nets, but I want to be extra safe. So that is our chicken processing area. That hopefully is enough for the inspector to approve us right away. If there is any problems, I'm sure they'll let us know or have us explain to us how we can fix the problems if they do find anything. I try to get it as clean as possible. I did message them ahead of time and asked them if our screen porch would be enough to get approved, and they said it should, but that the inspector always has the last say. So hopefully we did not just do all this for nothing and they don't approve us because it is a screen porch. But we fixed all the little holes in the screens, and there's no way that like animals, mouses and rats can get in here. So I would think that this is good enough, and we have easy cleanable floors that have gaps in the middle so that the water can drain out. So I don't personally see any issue with this, but we will let you know what happens during our inspection. Fingers crossed, and lots of prayers that we get approved right away with no major issues, because our chickens are almost ready for butchering. So we really just need this inspection to go well on the first try, and then we can go ahead and butcher our first chickens and show you guys the process. And I know I wanted to make a video on how much it ended up costing us to raise the chickens and how much we're selling, end up selling them for, and how all that went. The permit fee is only $110 a year, and with that you can sell a certain amount of chickens a year and a certain amount of shelled eggs. But like I said, we don't have the egg-laying chickens anymore, so we're just focusing on the meat chickens, and eventually we'll do turkeys as well. But for now, it's just going to be the Cornish cross meat birds. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of what we hope is our official processing room for our chicken, pasture-raised chicken business. We're one step away from being complete. We just got to get through this inspection, and then that is it. It's time for processing and finally getting these chickens out to our customers. So we're super excited about that. I will keep you guys updated on the next step. I'm just waiting for the county to call us to set up an inspection date. As soon as that is over and done with, I will make a video and explain to you guys how all that went and what they required or requested, what they asked about, what they inspected, and all of that. So if you guys are interested in starting a chicken business as well, I'll be able to help you guys out in being prepared for your inspection. So I think that is all for today. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I love how everything came out. It's nice and neat and clean. So now it's just fingers crossed, like I said, for the inspector to give us the go-ahead and approve us for our permit. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can watch all of the videos in this playlist. Specifically, it will show you from the day that we bought the chicks all the way to right now when we are applying for our inspection and our permit. So my kids are out there playing on a little slip and slide. So yeah, you guys can watch a video from day one until now, and I will continue sharing the progress through this whole little journey that we're doing, and let you guys know how it goes and how it continues to go from now on. See you guys in the next video.